Okay, new match. Joey and
we're
Pros, we are correct.
back into the action. Pros, Louisville Cube League, aficionado, organizer, just a true force of nature up against the dumb sheer luck of Joseph Eckert with red white aggro, burn spells,
Red and white question mark.
red white mid range perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens.
I agree. CubeCon is also Thursday, October 16th to Sunday, October 19th.
Oh yeah. And we'll be there. Will you be there, viewers? Perhaps.
Mm-hmm. If you are going, you should vote for the cubes that are going to go in.
Yes, we'll be voting for our friend Matt, who currently the favorite to
Yes.
win CubeCon right now because he is undefeated with buys, whatever. We'll be
Correct.
voting for his artifact cube. Pros, man on the right on the screen in front of you, already has Merfolk Ocean cube in the CubeCon.
Oh, really? It's already in? That's huge.
Yeah, it's already in. It was
I love
voted by the staff as one of their favorites.
That's awesome.
And I didn't actually get to see much of the matches of that one. I tuned into the stream earlier today because I think they played it earlier, and I watched.
Yeah.
Brian and Joey, or I don't remember who it was, but there was just a ton. There was, an Anthem in play that named Merfolk, and then some creatures that were Merfolks and some that were wizards, and then a Mutavault as well. And it was very confusing in combat to remember what the power and toughnesses of each creature were.
That sounds correct.
Yeah.
Pros, before playing a card, is already zone encroaching by pushing his playmat forward.
That's absolutely right.
Huge fan of that, by the way. Pros.
Arid
we should
Mesa.
Continue to keep zoning.
And pass the turn. We have a mountain, and I think it passed back. You think we got a survey land here?
If you've got one, you've got it, right? Like, that's clearly the take here.
Unless it's off color, but yeah.
I was going to say.
We'll try them. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. This is the first Triumph cited, I think.
Despite Scott playing a domain, I'm using air quotes, domain deck in the previous round, he did not display a single Triumph in his deck, and that's probably why he went the way of the loss to Joey.
I was going to say, his deck looks like unpilotable, if I'm being honest.
He piloted it well, though, for it being unpilotable.
Like dysfunctional.
Functional. Yes.
Yeah.
Scott adds in the chat, hosting was on point this weekend, too. I don't know exactly what that's in reference to, but I imagine it has to do with the fact that Pros hosted instead of Joey, and we talked major respect on Joey's hosting skills previously. Scott says zero triumphs, 4 surveil lands, and that's a skill difference right there, and that's why we are not watching him play at this moment. We're just looking at his golden face on that Oscar in the middle of the playmat.
We see an Amped Raptor just miss horrifically trying to catch Atari. Atari, I feel like, would be basically unbeatable for Joey's deck if it ever attacks more than once.
We need a Parallax Wave, I'm pretty sure, and even then, it's not looking great. Bonecrusher Giant's nice here. Put the die on top to signify adventuring, I guess?
Yeah, to signify he has gone on an adventure.
That's one adventure that this Bonecrusher Giant's been on, and we're taking the die off.
He almost played the Descendant of something.
Storms.
On turn 3. A Joey staple.
That would have been worse than a Bonecrusher Giant?
Certainly. Pros also on a lot of colors, but base white, it seems.
Right? Is everyone playing better versions of Joey's deck?
Joey is in the tournament. This is crazy.
It's crazy. The 1/1 goes in, dies to the Bonecrusher Giant.
Mm-hmm. I assume, I assume it's another removal spell.
That beautiful Flame Slash. Okay, we saw this in the first round. It didn't do anything because it died to Ugin.
Do you know the name of this card?
Yeah, it's General Raucous something. I know it's text, a 3/1 with Hexproof from multicolored, and if you cast a multicolored, Hexproof from monocolored, and if you cast a multicolored spell, you make a 4/4 golem.
That is correct. Bang. General Ferris Rokirik.
Yeah, Ferris Rokirik.
Jesus, these names have gotten out of control.
This is not a Final Fantasy card, to be clear.
Yeah, but it is very similar vibes.
Yeah, similar vibes. I haven't seen a lot of multicolored spells with Joey's deck.
Me either. I think it might just be a 3-mana 3/1.
Like, I'm trying to think, what does he have? Figure of Destiny.
Yeah.
That's the end of my list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I saw another one. Thalia is good here.
Joey would love a Thalia in this deck.
Yeah, certainly. Ugh.
But it looks like Prose is just gonna die somehow here.
I was gonna say, like, he's taking 7 a turn, and that 3/1 looks pretty unblockable right now.
Glory. Holy crap.
We are. Whew.
Oh, we're taking it back.
Arena of Glory, I guess.
Arena of Takebacks. We are bestowing Springheart and Tuco. That makes sense. Got to hold the land.
But it's onto a legendary creature. Like, we're not going to make a copy.
It's actually so fair. He doesn't have green mana anyway to pay the 2.
You're right. You're right.
I guess it's free to bestow, though. Yeah, the bestow makes sense.
Look at how good Caracas would be.
Oh, man, yeah. Who's got... I bet Prose has got Caracas in his deck.
I hope so. With the Final Fantasy spoiler, I was like, man, Caracas is going to be the best card in Vintage Cube for, like, the next 3 months.
Oh, Flage. I was just thinking about Flage.
That's a multicolored card that Joey really wants and is going to not kill
Oh, my
Ferris?
God. Crazy. I mean, he must know that what we know about Joey's deck, that he has so few multicolored spells.
Yeah. Also, like, maybe he's, like, planning to, like, just bring back Flage next turn.
Yeah, but you got to kill the...
I want to bounce the Nantuko here if we can. Or flicker it. I don't know exactly how Thalia reads, but I think it's just non-land permanent, right?
It is non-land permanent. There's nothing good to hit here, though.
The Nantuko.
Yeah, but, I mean, now it's not bestowed anymore. Oh, Emperor's nice.
You weren't making copies anyway. Oh, whoa, he had the Wandering Emperor.
Yeah. That's not bad. But if you leave the Nantuko on the Thalia, it basically, like, you have to kill the Thalia and then the Nantuko if you ever want to kill the
That's
Nantuko.
fair. That's fair.
But, I mean, he had the Thalia removal spell anyway, so it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Thalia is... Or, Wandering Emperor is quite
Flames
nice.
on Kavu? Yeah.
That was nice. Problem is, this Arena of Glory is active with this Flage. And it's going to kill all of Joey's creatures.
Yeah, if he gets 1 card into the ban, that'd be huge.
I think he's got... Oh, yeah, is he just got 4 right now?
5, including the
Flage.
Flage.
Oh, my God. I mean, he kind of needs it now.
I would agree. This is like the last turn where it gets you back in. And it needs to be a cheap way to do it, too. I don't see... Like, he doesn't have any non-land permanents in play.
Fetch land would be obviously great. Some sort of burn spell. Fortunately for Joey, if Prose hits it, he clears, so he kills like the Kavu and the General with the 2 Helix triggers. Joey chumps with the Descendant. Oh, but he can't keep the Wandering Emperor on 2 loyalty to exile the Flage because he's got the 1/1 insect that'll block or that'll attack and put Emperor down to 1 loyalty.
Right.
So he's pretty much stone dead, and he passes. Wow.
I feel like this is a death sentence here.
Yeah, Joey getting this other turn it's probably just game.
Yeah.
Put the counter on the Descendant, make Prose have a removal spell, I guess.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of like a card that would be really like any flash creature is really good.
Yeah. And never mind what I said about Flage, because it can always just Helix the Emperor. So yeah, if he had a way to bring that back this last turn, it would have been pretty much game.
4 mana Raptor, maybe?
Yeah, Raptor. Yeah. And that's got to be lethal.
Oh, certainly. This attack is super lethal. But we just gotta...
Plus onto...
Endure your 2/1. Endure your 2/1.
There you go, Descendant. I think he's missing the mana for Endure.
Yes. But putting a +1/+1 counter on it is basically the same thing?
It's basically the same thing. And this is a lethal attack multiple ways.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of...
Prose is sitting here, just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
Doing a little air calculator. Sad calculator.
Sad calculator. We really need like a way to kill a creature and put a card in the bin. Those are our 2 goals here.
We have to kill 2 creatures to not just be dead.
I was going to say.
Oh, Kinesis! Oh, discharge and you're dead! Oh, man! That is rough.
That was rough. There's no way to do that better, I guess. You could. Yeah. Man, rough.
Yeah, there was nothing he had. Well, so his board was, General Raucus or Ferris Rokirik with 2 toughness, Descendant with 1, Kavu with 2. The Pyrokinesis is only ever going to kill 2 creatures.
Right.
So the only way you didn't lose there if Joey put the counter on the wrong thing.
Yep.
From Emperor, and that's it. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I think if Joey having the removal spell there was always going to be super good.
Yeah. No discharge there means Pros pretty much just wins because he gets to bring back the Flage with haste and clear the board and kill the Emperor.
Man, if he had a red card to cast Pyrokinesis on the cheap and then bring back Flage, whew.
And that's probably why he sat there for a minute and then decided to pass the turn because he's like, I can't bring back Flage this turn, and I guess I wait on the Pyrokinesis. Damn. Joey squeaking by against
I was gonna say
terrible matchups. Don't know how he's winning these games, but he is.
Man.
And we go to the next game.
Joey's putting together an incredible run.
And the saddest part is I won't be able to stay in the booth the whole day to see it because I got to go and I probably got maybe one more match in me.
Dang.
I got to go to work at my Chinese restaurant, man.
I'm gonna be solo after
the Cubevitational is happening. Don't they know they got to close the restaurant down?
I was gonna say, come on, your job should really prioritize your, I don't know, mental health.
Just like the historicity, the historical nature of this event.
Yeah.
Joey going for the repeat championship after drafting a pretty abysmal looking red-white aggro mid-range deck and getting dumpstered round 1.
Yeah, this is one of the more impressive second bracket runs I've seen. Mulligan from Joey.
Yeah.
I can't believe he didn't show his hand to Pros like Brian did.
Brian's got some showmanship that Joey doesn't have.
That's so true.
Pros with a keep on 7, and you gotta like your chances with your Flage Pyrokinesis deck against Joey's.
Yeah. Yeah, and Felia too. Man, Pros' deck might just be a better version of Joey's, and yet he is up a game.
Said that every round up until this point.
It's true.
All Joey's
except
opponents.
for Scott's deck. Scott's deck might have just been worse.
Yeah, nobody had a deck even comparable to how bad Scott's deck was.
That's true.
I guess that there was Spurlock did have a Reanimator package similar to Scott's in a way, but it was probably better.
Yep.
Joey looks like he's putting a card on the bottom, and we're off. Mountain. Let's see if we get the dueling mountains. Nope. Plains. A 1-drop on turn 1. Firing on all cylinders.
The worst cycler.
Eagles of the North. Yes, sir. The worst cycler.
It really does suck that just every cycle of every card, the white one is just the worst one.
They had that with the current Final Fantasy set. The Plains Cycler is like a 5-mana 2/3 flying with put a counter on something, whereas the green one's like a 6/6 with trample and it gains 3 life.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
We're just abusing the color of white, I guess. I don't know. Both players playing white decks though. Temple Garden enters play, takes 2. Thalia!
Good blocker, but
good blocker. Probably just dead to a burn spell of sort for 2 mana.
I would agree. Joey has a lot, and that's the thing. Joey keeps playing against these guy dude matchups where all of these removal spells work really nicely.
It's crazy because he's played against Reanimator and 2 decks that were kind of Reanimator, but those decks both just had a bunch of dinky dudes in addition to their Reanimator package, Scott and Spurlock. We're taking 3 off of the Witch Bless Meadow or whatever. We're even on the turn because we played the Witch Enchanter land side. What's the name of the Witch Enchanter land side? Anyone know?
God, I have no idea.
It is a Witch Bless Meadow. I think I was right the first time. Oh, Slam and Elspeth.
Yeah, that was
pretty nice. Pros.
I blinked and his turn was over.
Pros is going to need something here to contend with this Planeswalker. Because all he has right now is a Flage in the yard with not nearly enough cards to flash it back to escape it.
I agree. Pros has a lot of cards in his hand. Fury on the pitch cast.
Deal
4 to Elspeth?
4. Ephemerates!
Oh,
Holy shit!
My God!
And this is going to time walk Joey because you pretty much can't play a creature into an open Ephemerate.
Yeah, let's hope that Joey has another 3 damage removal spell.
Oh, and now it needs a 4 damage removal spell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is just going to be game if Joey can't find a way to deal with this.
Underworld Breach Flame Slash.
Could be nice. Just a pass, yep.
An accidental F6 again from Joey.
Let Ephemerate exile itself, not cast it.
There's a chance that we should have cast that anyway to get a 3rd card in the bin for Flage.
Yeah, you unattach the Nantuko and you can't attack for 6 though this turn.
8. Yeah, that is true.
Or 8,
10.
sorry, 8.
Oh my
God. Now 10. We're burst lightning the aspirant.
Okay, so it's at 8.
Well, if you're Joey, you have to have another because you must have some way to kill this Fury because you would just wait to maybe draw a land and kick that burst lightning.
No, because Fury would have been a 5/5 with the aspirant plus 1/+1.
You're right. Now we just have some random dudes.
We can't make figure into a 2/2 because we tap poorly.
And we're just dead to a land. Yeah, we tap poorly. Oh man. Yeah, make a couple. Oh, Pros doesn't have a land.
Yeah.
Just going to combat.
Oof.
Taking
8.
You gotta like Pros' spot. Not having another land is rough, but I mean, your opponent Joey has to answer quite Aztec. Prison's nice here.
Now
I think he's thinking about taking the jet. Okay, no, he hits the
I would have thought about taking the jet.
I mean, Magda makes a treasure, which might be relevant because Joey might be stuck on double red something.
That's true. Like Mountain Glorybringer is the worst thing here. So if you have to go to attacks to make the treasure, I feel like that is better because it's a plane. So even if he had the Glorybringer,
it's like we're chumping.
Yep. You can make it a 4/4, but that is a that's
now it's over, right?
Yeah, it deals 4 to figure.
That is a scoopsy up, sir. I feel like Joey had a chance that game if he had a removal spell for that Fury, and Pros just stayed stuck on 3 lands for a while, but didn't make it happen.
I was gonna say, being in a situation like that, you just got to cut off draw steps, and I feel like Pros did a really good job of trying to cut off draw steps.
Well, this has to be like traditionally, this would be the nightmare matchup for Joey because Pros has Pyrokinesis and Fury and Ephemerate and Flage. All this anti-creature, anti-aggro, whatever. But Joey's deck, as we've discussed, has shown quite a bit of mid-range resilience. Has a lot of just removal spells and value creatures, I guess. I still don't like his chances, but I've said that every single match, and he's won regardless.
I was gonna say, he somehow keeps winning the matches.
So we'll have to wait and see.
And that's why we play the games. Yep. All right.
And unfortunately, this is probably going to be you might be able to see the first game of the next match.
Okay, sounds good.
My last one. Depending
as
on how
long
fast
as you can carry the heavy weight while I use the bathroom between rounds.
Okay. We can do that. Dead air. We can't have any dead air.
No dead air.
When our children are watching the Louisville Cube League Cubevitational IV Day 2 VOD in the year 2050, they need their brains to be stimulated at all times. They need someone talking, bantering.
Is true. I'm sure at this point Twitch will implement a TikTok on the side.
Oh yeah. Scott in the chat, the Russian bleeds. One of his favorite references to Rocky IV. He loves saying that whenever someone who is winning a lot decides to lose. He says that about Joey right now.
Correct. And in game 3, Pro's taking a pretty quick mulligan as Joey likes his 7.
We've seen Joey cap some suspect 7s before that just don't do anything. So I don't know what that means.
But he's gotten paid off every time. He's still here.
He's gotten paid off. He's still here. If I'm pros though, you got to know you're fuming if you lose this match, right? You have such a good deck against stories.
Oh yeah, I'm fully tilting.
Yep.
Man, I think if pros should win any one match in this event, it should be this matchup. Like,
I want Joey to win just because the story's too good.
Even Fury hitting 4s.
All right, let's see. 6 cards. All right, we're keeping.
Yep. Pretty quick keep too from pros.
In my experience, you keep most 6s that have lands.
I would agree.
Turn 2 Magda.
Spicy.
He just flicked that one out of his hand. He didn't even use his fingers. He just kind of dropped it.
I know. He penned in one hand, marking down the Sunbay Canyon life, which means probably land light.
Oh, Amtraptor. Land.
Oh! This is gonna be filthy. Joey's Kryptonite, 2 creatures on the same turn.
No. Joey can beat that. He's got 1 mana removal spells.
You're right, but I mean, he's got a 2-for-1 himself here at the worst, or at the best. Maybe we can like put a game plan together with like Flamestone Kavu in a couple turns or something.
Maybe a little Deblade Blast Fireball to deal 2 damage to each of these.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Legion Extruder, what?
Yeah, and there's the Galvanic Bombardment. We've seen the Extruder before, but it got discarded to to the Goblin, the 2/1.
Do we have any artifacts to sacrifice, or is that just 2 mana deal 2?
He's got Magda Treasures.
You're right.
No
land.
Cathar Commando. Burst Lightning it.
Meets its end.
That makes sense. So you want to do that before pros untaps and can kill the Legion Extruder in response. And now we're in Joey's wheelhouse. Just the mid-range, just sit here. Oh, General Furus Rhetoric. No, our Figure of Destiny is still in the deck. We could hit a trigger off this thing. And I feel like, oh god, Otani.
That card is large.
Well, we're taking 5. He's gaining 3.
Can you not block the Rebel?
You can, but why would you block here? You have a 3/1.
Because my dude has protection from monocolor.
No, it has hexproof from monocolor.
Oh my god! What a terrible card.
I know, the card's even worse than you thought. I'm concerned for Joey right now. I'm concerned.
Yeah, me as well. I think a Figure of Destiny might get him out of this. A Figure of Destiny plus
he needs the problem is he ever kills Otari. Is it Otari or Otani?
Othari. OTH.
Othari. Yeah, Othari, Sun's Glory. If he kills it without exiling it, it just comes back with his Rebel.
Mm-hmm. Worth noting, pros mana typed a hardcast Vaulthorn Tyrant from Scott in round 1. And that's why he was in the losers bracket and playing Joey.
I'm looking at that right now in the chat, and I don't believe
it. There's no way. Surely, if he has his face on a playmat, he wouldn't walk into a mana type like that.
Surely. Joey in the tank?
Joey is deep in the tank here.
He's actually looked kind of stun locked. He was holding his hand out like he was frozen.
I would also get put in a stun lock after a Athari hardcast in game 3.
Yeah. It just doesn't look good. He's counting. I think he's missing a land. He might have like a Kavu in hand.
Yeah, he does, and he is.
I think Joey's just grieving the loss of another piece of artwork.
Incredible run.
Of that incredible run, and the fact that he can't get the treasure and the food and the cobalt are the 3 taken tokens. He probably would have gone with Clue after this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's the most logical token after treasure and food.
I would agree. I don't know. We need the post game interview to like.
Oh, the post tournament elimination interview. You're right. We should get on that. We should get on that. Whoever's in the chat right now, Scott Schauf, I need you to talk to pros after he beats Joey in this game so we can get a little interview before I have to go to my restaurant.
That'd be perfect. While I can
Oh, Scott says he resolved a Woodfall Primus the turn prior using treasures.
Wow. And he's still... Oh, he had a Lotus! Hold on! Joey, Black Lotus.
And that's why we're thinking Kavu.
Flametongue Kavu. You've got to hit Athari here.
Yeah, and then if you kill the Rebel, Athari can't come back.
Right. Which is basically mandatory for this game to be winnable.
Well, but here we are.
Okay. Maybe we're going to try and block the next Rebel that gets made.
No. This doesn't make it. Because you get 2 Rebels on the next Athari attack. Because
Wait, it's regardless of which Athari it is?
Its experience counter is what it's. It gives you an experience counter when you attack, and you get Rebels equal to the experience counters, and it's like an emblem. They stay permanently.
Yeah, of fucking course it does.
So it enters tapped. So I think Joey's just banking on drawing.
Athari did not enter play.
Also, why didn't Joey tap a land for? Well, it doesn't matter. He should have tapped a land because he had Black Lotus for 3 mana for Kavu, and then whatever.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels bad to have to use your Lotus on that turn and do nothing else.
What could pros have here for 5 mana that is anywhere near as good as resurrecting Athari?
You can Athari at instant speed. That's what he's waiting on.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So now he's in a tough spot where he's deciding whether or not he wants to block with the Rebel, because if he brings back Athari and trades with the Rebel, and Joey has another removal spell for the Rebel, then or for the Athari itself, then he's never getting Athari back.
Right.
And it looks like he didn't block.
Yeah. Not blocking.
It makes sense. I mean, he's at 13.
Yeah, but should we just have brought it back in the main phase?
No, because you want to play around sorcery speed, like Flame Slash, I guess.
No, like on Pro's main phase, and attack.
No, it enters tapped when you bring it back from the yard.
Oh my god, I should read Magic cards.
Yeah, it's got a lot of text on it.
It comes back tapped?
Yeah.
Wow. You keep the Rebel too? You just tap it?
Yep.
Jesus.
And here we go. Joey's got a Mox Jet. He can sack to the Legion Extruder.
I think he's at least trying to fake the Wandering Emperor.
Ooh.
Which is a good play from Joey, and that would be very good against Athari.
I mean, if you're pros, you run into it, because you still get 2/2/2s attacking. Athari doesn't do anything on defense.
Certainly. You have to run the risk, because if he doesn't have it, I think the game just ends. And yes. If he does have it,
you still got a chance.
Yeah. The 2/2s can fight better than you think.
Both attack. Joey doesn't have it. Yep.
A Legion Extruder?
He's going to Mox Jet so he can block with a 3/3. But he's going to be taking a bunch of damage and lose, and Pro's going to gain 3. He pretty much probably needs Parallax Wave, but since he sacked the Mox Jet, he now no longer has it as an out.
Yeah.
And he scoops it up. Oh man, What a rough loss.
Yeah.